No, this is not an episode of the Smurfs. I know you guys are like, what? What is going on? You're tired of your inconsistency. I am tired of my inconsistency too. But you know what? I decided that I'm going to throw out all of the setting up my camera and trying to make sure the lighting is perfect and X, Y, and Z. I don't have time for that. As you can see, these boxes behind me, that means that I'm in the process of moving. Have I found a place yet? No, I have not. But we'll get to that in another episode. But today is me coming back to you with a new segment I'd like to call mass communication. That's MASK communication. Hence the face mask. Every week, this is what I plan on doing to keep a consistency going. I'm going to be applying a mask, talking to you about the mask, because skincare is very important. You have to take care of it. And I know that there seems to be like a wave of or a trend of people taking care of their skin when that should not be a trend at all. That should be something that you consistently do. This is the first episode of mass communication where we'll wear our masks and we'll talk about things that go on in maybe everyday life, or just we can vent. We can come here. Well, I'm going to come here to vent. I'm going to come here to talk to you about different things. This was very impromptu. This is something that I felt like I needed to just go ahead and do to keep me in the rhythm of posting to my YouTube channel, because remember, I promised you guys I was going to come back and I was going to be consistent with my videos. And because of the fact that things have transpired in the past couple of months that caught me totally off guard, I understand life happens, but again, we'll get into that another time. Actually, we'll get into it next week. I'm not going to keep that from you guys because I feel like with every testimony, there's a test. And just to give you a little bit about it, I'm in the process of trying to move because I've been asked to leave my apartment. All because, get this, I voiced my concerns. Not because I don't pay my rent on time, not because I'm a nuisance in the building. Well, probably to management and the owners. Anytime I'm paying my money and I'm not getting the service I feel like I should be getting, I'm going to voice my concerns. And I'm not going to do it in an unprofessional way. A lot of the times they get this and this misconstrued. I'm just being real with you. You know what I mean? They expect for me to get loud and use all these different types of cuss words. I don't have to do that. I'm in the business of reading and writing, literally and figuratively. So I can let you know how it's popping, like what's going down with just a small conversation. But if you don't know how to secure your bag, as DJ Khaled would say, then you're going to be butthurt. You're going to be feeling some type of way. I'm going to just give it to you. 1, 2, and that's it. So anyway, but today's episode of mass communication, let's talk about procrastination. Let's talk about those things that we are supposed to be doing at this very minute or in life that we just keep putting on the back burner. If you ever look at your stove, you notice how the back burner might be real dirty because you keep all of the stuff back, like you cook back there, but the front is kind of clean. If I had to pretty much put it into an example, it would be like that. Like the back burner, the back eyes are completely like dirty. Everything is piled up on the back burner. But I brought nothing to the forefront. So I recommend anybody that's kind of going through a situation of procrastination or something that you really, really, really want to do with your life, or whether that be with your health, with eating better, with being a better family member, or doing better at work, sit down and write yourself out a list of your not necessarily goals, but things that you want to do. Let's not put that big of a title on it, because anytime you start talking about goals, people are like, well, have you met your goals yet? And girl, goal this, and I'm a goal. Just write the stuff down. Start by writing down at least 5 things. Even if you don't have 5 things, write down the 3 things or the 2 things or the 1 thing that you would like to be focused in doing. And you want to apply time to do that every day or every other day. And if you don't do it, at least write down how it made you feel that you did not complete that task or whatever it is that you wanted to do for that day. And then at the end of the week, do inventory. Take a look at that list. If you completed the task that day or whatever you did to contribute to, addressing what's on the forefront. Talk about how that made you feel. If it makes you feel really good, then you want to stay in that place. You want to stay in that place of feeling good. What is it that you're doing that's contributing to your well-being? You don't want procrastination involved in your eating right. Okay. Well, I like bread, or I like butter, or okay, let's talk about how they make you feel when you eat them. I know me particularly, when I eat bread and butter, I feel absolutely fantastic. However, too much of a good thing can also be bad. Maybe at your job, you want to start getting to work on time. You've been putting the get to work on time on the back burner. Maybe they don't say anything to you at your job about you being late. Maybe it's okay, but maybe for you want to go ahead and just kind of get to work on time, just to give yourself something to feel good about. Talk about how that, or write down how that made you feel when you got to work late. Don't take it as a, oh, well, they really don't say anything, because time is money. If they was late with your check and they was like, oh, well, you will not be like, oh, well, you're going to be like, where's my money? And it needs to be on time. So that's all I'm saying. As far as procrastination goes, I know that that's something that we all tend to do. A lot of the times, we just don't feel like it. A lot of us are parents. We work long hours. You know what I mean? We're tired when we get home. And the last thing we want to think about or do is something that we feel like we should be doing. When we want to do what we want to do, we want to sit down, we want to watch TV, we want to hang out with our family, we want to get on social media, we want to scroll through Instagram and Snapchat and all. But also understand that a lot of the times when you're doing that, you're looking at people that have been very consistent with not being procrastinators. So just take that into consideration. Once again, I hope that wasn't too long. I just wanted to pop back in and let you guys know that, like I said, I'm not all that fancy camera stuff. I'm going to eventually get back to that. But while I'm in this situation of trying to get settled, and things are kind of in a disarray, you know what I mean? But I do understand that a lot of these things that I'm going through are necessary. You go through them because of it being a part of the journey. Like, my story has already been written. Everything that I'm going through right now may come as a surprise to others. And, at first it was a surprise to me, but when you trust God and when you know who you are and you know what God is positioning for you and what He's arranging, it makes more sense. Am I hurt? Yeah, because this is all too in addition to losing my job last year. That's a whole nother story. But, like I said, I'm here because I feel like I'm being put through these things to also be encouraging to others and being an encouragement to myself. Like, these are things that I'm going to get through. But I also know that I need to be honest with myself, understand that my feelings and anger, if I even have that, well, anger when I do have it is valid, but not to live there. And I'm really excited about working on my own procrastination, to be able to put my to-do list on the front burner so it can be visible when people see it. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more segments, and I hope that it will help not only me, but I hope that it will help somebody out there. If you have anything that you want me to discuss or you want to discuss, leave it in the comment section. We'll go over it. We'll talk about it. We'll cover it. I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of friends in my life. I'm not that person that say, I don't have any friends. No, I got a lot of friends. I'm blessed to have a lot of friends, and I'm blessed to have a lot of best friends. And thankfully, my best friends and my friends and even my associates and sometimes even strangers trust me to confide in me and share with me the things that they're going through. So I'd like to consider myself somewhat of an advisor at times. I'm honest enough to say that, I do give great advice, but I can't always take my own. I hope that doesn't come off hypocritical, but at the same time, wherever I can be of service or of help, I want to be. Oh, I did all of that and forgot the most important part of mass communication, the mask. Okay, so this is a new mask. This is by Lush. It's called Don't Look at Me. It has lemon juice, ground rice that it says will leave your skin with nothing to be shy about. Okay. I personally have used Apricot Scrub by St. Ives for years. I know that it has ground up or crushed apricot shells as the exfoliant, which can kind of be abrasive at times. It also has salicylic acid to combat discoloration. But these are all natural ingredients. Are the ingredients? I don't know. I'm not gonna like try to. Maybe they're on the website. I guess it's like Sprite, a little bit like Sprite. um the ground up rice or the rice granules, they're not ground up to a fine consistency, so when you apply it to your face you can feel them, which again helps with the exfoliation. It's blue in color. The pot is 2.1 ounces, and this was $10.99 at Lush. You must keep it in the refrigerator because of its natural ingredient. You cannot leave it in the shower or in your medicine cabinet or on your countertop or wherever you leave your skin products. Again, this is Lush. Don't look at me. $10.99. I got this from the South Bay Galleria. Skincare, very important. Thanks you guys so much for watching. I hope you come back for the next segment of mass communication. And until then, be blessed, stay strong, stay grounded, and always, always, always keep your faith.